Everybody's into storytelling. Now it's the wife of Bat's turn. Everybody's hooked by her charming voice and engaging tale and listens to her in silence.
Experience will be my guide. I have traveled around the world as a pilgrim, visiting Jerusalem, Bologna, Rome, Santiago de Compostela, and Cologne. And now I am doing another pilgrimage to Canterbury. Furthermore, I must confess that I got married 5 times, and I had many lovers when I was young. I am exactly what our contemporary church, that is the medieval church, sees as a wicked woman, but I'm very proud of it. I am wealthy, resourceful, and an expert embroiderer, and I usually wear extravagant clothes, including scarlet tights and very expensive leather shoes. I am described as gap-toothed, red in hue, and handsome, having large hips and a bold face.
You are very charming indeed.
3 husbands of mine have been good, and 2 have been bad. The first 3 were good, I must admit, mostly because they were rich, old, and submissive. They were right. I proudly used my verbal and sexual power to bring my husband to total submission.
Wow, you must be a very powerful and wise woman. In our medieval times, women are considered inferior to men by nature and by law. Our lives are hard and full of pain and suffering, even though the ones born into noble families are freer than the poor ones.
Unfortunately, this happened also here in England.
Yes, you are right. Women are submitted to the wishes of males, firstly to their father and after to their husbands.
Women inherit the property of the father only if they are only child, and they lose it as soon as they get married.
Our primary job is to have and raise children to continue the generation. Most of us get married very young and have the first child about at the age of 15, but it isn't rare that a woman dies when she is giving birth.
Peasant women's first job is to work sheep's wool with a spindle. They are using so much this tool that it has become the symbol of peasant women.
In the cities, we have more opportunities to get a job, but, unlike men, we are banned from professional guilds. This is unfair.
Also in our age, women are unluckily most of the time submitted by their men.
And many times they even get brutally killed by them.
Really? Although also in our age, women are generally considered inferior to men. Our creator, Mr. Boccaccio, seems to prefer women as the better sex in terms of both good and evil. Don't you, Mr. Boccaccio?
Yes, of course I do prefer you by far, even though there are also a lot of nice and kind gentlemen.
We are happy to hear that, Mr. Boccaccio.
The conversation is interrupted by the merchant, one of the Canterbury Tales pilgrims.
I have also a story to tell you, but it is not a tale. It sounds more like a riddle. Listen to me.